Hello guys, so since we've done with the top bar layout and sending the images and the information to the comments view controller, we will now go to the post part of this page. Post part, I'm talking about that one where we will play with the text, where we will send the text from the post cell, then we will send the image and we will resize this container view. Okay, so let's start then. As you have remembered from the previous video, we have made an outlet of the three objects, then we have created a variables which will store the information passed from the home view controller or any other view controller. Okay, so what we will do is we will now create the same IB outlet connections for this part of the screen, and then we'll create these variables to store the information. Moreover, I would like just to inform you, I don't remember now, have I covered this or not in the previous videos, but definitely in the attached files it got updated. So we're going to the load more function, load post function, and in the load post function, when at the first line of this code is we keep is loading as true, so our loading will not get duplicated. So we tell to the project that this is under load. Then we keep, in case of the all errors, we keep is loading false in all the error cases. And after the table view is reloaded with the data, then we also keep it as false. So then it can execute load more function, because for load more function we have built the logic. It can load more function only if is loading boolean variable is false. Okay, so we're now going to make storyboard by coming back to our comments VC. And as I told you already, we will make now the outlet connections of this part of the screen. So I will start from the container view. That is the one. Make sure that you have selected container view, not a table view. Then call assistant editor. Make sure that you're in the comments VC. If you're not, click automatic. If still you're not, go to manual, Facebook, and here go to the comments VC. Okay, so here I will write post bar objects and hold Control and left mouse click, drag it here, container view. Then we are making outlet connection from the post text. That is the one, so you can give some relevant name to this variable. We can, let's say text label, because we call it just a text in the even in the database. So then we have a picture image view. Picture image view. Very good. And okay, so we will now create the outlet connection to store. We will now create a variables that will store the information received from the previous screen, which is a home screen in current case. Okay, so here I will write var text string equals string opening close round brackets. So here I will write the same comment here. Then we are creating picture image equals to UI image opened and close the round brackets. Okay, so we have done with the variables and the outlet connection. We will now move to the home view controller and we'll go to the prepare for segue function. And here we want to pass this text, and we can do it very simply by writing VC text string equals to posts, then open and close round brackets, then write index path row, then exclamation mark, and then again open and close square brackets, and then in quotation marks write text, and we'll cast it as a string. Okay. And then we need to send the image if it does exist here. So here there are two ways. First, to send the image from this screen to another screen, and another way is to send the URL. But let's send the image of this cell. So in order to send the image, we will have to access the cell. So I'll write let cell equals Oops, I'm sorry guys, it will be very difficult logic of the code. So instead of that, we will just send a picture URL string, which will be of type string. Okay. Why it will be difficult? Because we have here, we've got here two type of cells, which is for the picture cell and no picture cell. Okay, just for just challenging ourselves, let's do this. Here I'll create let cell equals to table view dot cell for row at index path, then our index path row, and we want to cast it as picture cell. So here I will use the guard let logic, else we want to return this. Okay, now we can send it vc dot picture image equals to cell dot picture image view dot image. Let's now try to build this. Yeah, okay, so here we need to get the index path from this for this row. So I'll write index path equals to table view index path okay, we'll write index path, open the round bracket. Here we go. Item will write here index path row, the section is 0. So now I will make a reference here. Here we are sending the image to the comments view controller. Yeah, and here we will unwrap this image view. So that's it. It's it's quite this way of writing the code. It's for the better user experience, but more complicated for the new developers and the new programmers who are not so well advanced in the knowledge. Okay, but still we'll go with this way. Okay, so since we're sending the image to the destination view controller, and what we will do now, we will go now to the comments view controller, and here we will assign picture image view dot image picture image view dot image equals to picture image, and then we have a text label dot text equals to text string. Okay, we'll now build and run. And here we'll have to build a logic where we say the picture image view, it is some real image, because initially it will be just a blank image. We'll just now work on this. Okay, so let's say we're going with this, and here we go. We are sending the image view to the next view controller. But when we go with this, with the normal text post, so it doesn't load the image. So that is outstanding. So we know now how to send without loading the image in the comments VC. We just pass it from the previous view controller, which is really unbelievable, which is really amazing. Okay, and one more thing that I would like here to update, the way the date is shown, this I would like to change, and we have already done this, and we're going to use the same block of code. And this was in the home view controller, the formatter. So once you search for formatter, you can find this block of code. So this block of code will just copy these two formatters. The first formatter, which gets the date and convert it to being a date, then we convert it to being a string with this customized output. Okay, we're now come back to comments VC. Here I will just insert this. And the only thing we need to change here we need to write date label it instead of cell.date label. Very good. So this is how we want the date to be shown, and it is showing. Amazing. Okay, and the next step would be when we go to the text post, we want to resize this, and we don't want it to be so large. As you know, this yellow one, it's a container, so we don't want it to be such a large container. Okay, so we will now resize it, and that is also, it's not difficult at all to do this. And for that purpose, we will write a code right over here. We can write it here after the picture image view. First, we will make a statement. Let's say if picture image dot size is first. Now we'll have to just make sure if picture we'll now need to build a one if logic. So let's do it in this way. Print no image, and here we'll print image. So it shows still image because under any conditions this will be equals to the image. So we can now check the size of this. We can try to build a logic with the size of the image, just size. Here we go. So the size means 0, and in this case size will be bigger than 0. That is the one. Okay, so we'll build the logic based on the size of the picture. If picture dot size is more than 0, so means there is an image to be loaded, or we can write is equals to 0. Then we want to remove this picture image view. Picture image view dot remove from super view, and then we need to resize this. So here we write container view dot frame dot size dot height minus equals means deduct from its size picture image view dot frame dot height. Here we will have to use if picture image view dot size dot width is equals to 0. Here we go. So this is how we update this, or not necessary. You can just avoid this and try to doing this one as well. Okay, so we'll remove it from the super view. Here we go. So now it's much more better. Amazing. And so this is, guys, this is how we working with the how we demonstrate the picture to the in the comments view controller. So that's really amazing what we have built now. It's really something really wowed. So we've achieved a very good result in this. Okay, so with the loading the post, we are done, but we haven't done the full section. We have a lot of things to do more. So let's go now to progress further.